Youth intake update. We did have this about a couple of months ago now, but obviously with the games and the cup final, this is the first opportunity we've had to show them off. And we've got two really good prospects this year. The first one being Martin Relish, second one being Carla Jennings. The rest of them are pretty meh, but we've got two real good sort of intakes this year. I'm going to show you the first one off is Martin Relish, who I'm very excited about. He's like Callum Barlow Mark II. You know, he's got all this good stuff for being a deep-lying playmaker. First touch, passing, technique, 18 determination, he's driven. He is like the second Callum Barlow. So if Callum Barlow does end up going to a Premier League side next year, we've got his made replacement in Martin Relish. So keep an eye on old Relish. I mean, he's not probably going to play straight away, but as the series goes on, he might become a club legend. We might never play him ever and we sell him, but who knows? 5-star potential though, so he's going to be one to keep an eye on. The other one was Carla Jennings. He was the centre-back that came in. He's alright, I guess. He's got quite good mentals, good tackling, and got pace. He's got good balance and jumping reach. 6'2". No-nonsense centre-back's probably the best for him, but we'll see how he develops as well. But Relish is the man I'm going to be keeping an eye on the most. He's the next Callum Barlow. But of course, we have a title race today. Last two games of the season. Can Wrexham lift the League One title? What's going on, guys? My name is Adam, I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 24 of the FM21 Deadpool Diaries. Last two games of the season, we got Lincoln City away, followed by Bristol Rovers at home, and we are currently 3 points clear of Hull City at the top of League One. It could have been 5 points. If I show you the schedule, we drew 0-0 against Wycombe in the game in between, and they drew as well. So it was a missed opportunity for us to go 5 points clear, and realistically, we could have sealed the title in the second to last game, but we've been here before. We were here last season against Peterborough, and we really dropped the ball last year. We gift-wrapped Peterborough the league title. So I'm really hope we don't do the same again, because as much as we've secured back-to-back-to-back promotions, we could have had back-to-back-to-back league titles, but Peterborough pipped us last year. I hope we don't throw this away against Hull. We are 3 points clear. We're in the driving seat. We just need to see it through to the end. But we're going to get the first game underway. We are away from home against Lincoln. Walton in goal, Bramall, Baptiste right, and Emmanuel at the back. Interesting story about Josh Emmanuel. He's now American. He's been Nigerian for the last year, but he's now American. So well done, Josh. Good on you for changing nationality. Callum Barlow in the middle, Butcher and Phillips ahead of him, List on the left, Ainley on the right, Richards up front. To be fair, I think this is my strongest side that I can put out. So let's get this game underway. If we can beat Lincoln, I think we'll lift the league title, because we'll be 3 points ahead of Hull regardless. And we have the superior goal difference. So even if we lost the last game, we'd probably win it on goal difference. So I'm going to give them pumping of the fists. Tell them the league title is up for grabs. I honestly think if we beat Lincoln, we're going to win the league. Just the way the league situation looks. So first game, Lincoln against Wrexham, away from home. 3 points clear of Hull. We might get it done in the first game, but fingers crossed, we can win the League One title. Corner for Wrexham. Bramall puts it in the box. It's a header by Wright, but he headers it over the bar. And more importantly, last time I checked, Hull are losing to Rotherham 1-0. Half-time coming. Quiet game. We haven't really won the possession battle. We've only got 41% of possession, but more importantly, Hull are losing against Rotherham. So if things stay the way they are, we'll be 4 points clear. And I think we win the league. So we're going to pump the fists. Keep going out there. You can get this done. So I'm going to be looking for you to make the real difference. Pump the fists. More to come. You've got what it takes. I mean, if Hull lose and we draw, we win the league anyway. So I'm looking at this corner here, Rotherham 1-0 up. Quiet game, but the way things stand, we win the league. 70th minute, still 0-0, very quiet game, not much to report. So I'm going to bring in Nayar on for List, who's underperforming, very inconsistent, but as we keep saying, he turns up when we want him to. Barlow's not been playing well recently. I think the Premier League interest has got to his head a bit. So we'll bring on Max Robson, and we'll move Butcher into the deep line playmaker role. We're going to go a bit more balanced to try, because I know we're losing possession, but I want to try and see if we can do something with it. So maybe go positive as opposed to balanced, but 0-0. Hull is still losing. It'll be the most boring way to win the league imaginable. But Lincoln with a free kick, put the ball in the box, it's a header, and it's a good save from Walton in the end. If anyone's going to score, it looks like it's going to be Lincoln. 85 minutes, last sub to make, and it's probably going to be Hartman for Ainley. Rotherham is still winning against Hull. And whilst this has not been the most exciting of games, we could win the league with the way things stand. So before I resume the game, if you look at this bottom right corner, Hull are losing 1-0 to Rotherham. So let's kind of see the rest of this game altogether. I'll keep an eye in that bottom corner, because Rotherham could be doing us a massive favour here. It's still 1-0. We've got a point. We've won the league. We've won the league, my friends, in the most boring way possible. But it's over the course of 46 games, right? This one game doesn't define our season. But Wrexham are going to lift the trophy, not at the racecourse, but at Lincoln's ground. And we win the Sky Bet League One. There we go. We lift the trophy. It wasn't quite the way I wanted to win it, to be fair, but we've won the league. 0-0 draw. Yeah, I wish we could have won the game, but to be fair, Rotherham's done us a favour. The goalkeeper, it's our goalkeeper. Walton, he did a cartwheel in the Papa John's trophy. Walton likes doing cartwheels, apparently. But 0-0, I'm not going to slag the team off, like I say. We're champions due to the results elsewhere. Congratulations. And that means the pressure is off for the last game of the season, which we won't play. We might as well see the last game of the season. It'll give me a good opportunity to talk through our plans for next season. We're 4 points clear. So Rotherham done us a massive favour by lifting us the League One trophy. We've done the double. We've won the Papa John's trophy and the League One title. Very boring game, but to be fair, the board are happy. Wrexham are crowned champions. It's win-win, really, isn't it? There we go. There's the confirmation. We do go up as champions. So that's 2 trophies we can add to our trophy cabinet. The League One title and the Papa John's trophy. So we'll go to the last game of the season. It's a nothing game, but like I say, it's going to give me a good opportunity to talk through what our plans are for next season. Last game of the season, and for some of these players, it's probably going to be their last game for Wrexham. So we have very much rotated the side. A lot of our fringe players are on the pitch. Got Walton in goal. It's his last game whilst he's on loan. I might try and see if I can bring him in, but I will need a new goalie for next year. Koike left back, Keller and Lee. Keller's contract was out at the end of the season. He was our club captain since day one. And he has single-handedly talked down 6 of my first team players from wanting new contracts. So for that reason alone, Keller has signed a new contract himself. I gave him the new contract. He's only a fringe player. I'm not going to lie, he's not going to feature in the Championship, but he's a team leader, and like I say, he can talk down players from new contracts, so I'm keeping him in the squad. Jack Lee, he was good at National League level. He won Player of the Year at National League. I think he was up there for League 2 as well, but we just outgrew Jack Lee, so I know he's contracted till next year, but I'm going to try and sell him on if I can. He deserves it more than anything. He just couldn't quite hack it at League 1 level. So Jack Lee, he's probably going to be leaving. Emmanuel, he's our only fit right back, so he's staying on the pitch. It could be Callum Barlow's last game for the club. He's wanted by a load of Premier League clubs. I hope it isn't his last game. I want to build my team around him. But with this interest from Premier League clubs, let's have a look. Well, a few have dropped off, but still, Burnley, Newcastle, Sheffield United, West Ham, they could come sniffing. Robson, I think, is playing for his future because he's a good squad rotation player, but he's very much playing for his future. He may stay on, he may not. Gilmore gets games, and it's only because we don't have anybody else to play there. But he's been a very good utility player for the last few years. But again, very much similar to Jack Lee, we've outgrown Charlie Gilmore now. So I think it'll be his last game for the club today. Jewell on the left. I want to try and keep tabs on Mark Jewell, one of our own from our academy. He's grown to 3 stars now. We'll be keeping him. Jordan Davis, another one whose contract is out at the end of next year, but I'm probably going to be putting on the transfer list. We've outgrown Jordan Davis, another key player in our National League promotion. It's his last game today, probably. And NAR, who I still haven't made a decision on NAR. He scores goals. He's been our talisman throughout the save. He's scored goals at National League, League 2 and League 1. But you look at NAR, he is not a championship level player. He's not. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. He's not a championship level player. But he scores goals, and he's been a really good player for Wrexham. It's going to be whether my heart or my head rules out on this one, so it could be NAR's last game for the club as well. So it's a bit of a send-off for a lot of these players who are not going to be featuring in the championship. So we will send them farewell. So we'll give them a bit of a outstretched arms, play your natural game. I'm not going to put pressure on them today. No pressure on any of you today. It's just a case of a fond farewell for some of these players because there's going to be a massive rebuild job in the summer. So we'll see at the Bristol Rovers game, and when we get highlights, I'll have a chat about what our plans are for next season. So I think plans for next year, I think our first 11 are going to stay, right? So we know our strongest side, they're going to stay for next season. We've got a lot of money to spend, a lot of wage budget to spend, and even some of our first team players may not be first team players by the time that, we do our summer business. With 15 million in the bank, nearly 200 grand wage budget, we are going to have to start signing championship quality players. Keller has scored a goal for Wrexham, and it's going to be tough next year. I think we're not going to have a season where it's going to be back-to-back-to-back promotions. We're not going to be towards the top of the championship next year. It's going to be very much a case of trying to build a squad to keep us in the league, or at worst, get a squad that we get relegated and we can come straight back up and do better. Because I'm going to say you all now, next season's going to be a bit different compared to the rest of the seasons. So we'll have to prepare for that. But I don't know what I've said. I've demotivated the players. But we're 1-0 up anyway, and Kelleher scored the goal. So we're going to have a lot of money to spend. And like I say, it's just staying in the championship next year. And I think there's going to be a lot of positions which we'll go more in depth in the next episode when we do the transfer special. But, Walter, what do you do there? Walter, what did you do there? Goalie's going to be one position we do need to look at because Walton is only in on loan. So that's going to be one position we're going to be looking at for next season. But it's going to be a very interesting transfer window. It's going to be a very interesting season next year as we try and keep Wrexham in the championship. If I was to say positions we're going to be looking at, I would say goalkeeper, centre-backs definitely. I'm happy with the midfield. I mean, in all fairness, the midfield's looking pretty good. Barlow's on a 6.3. I honestly think the Premier League interest has got to his head. He's not been the same player since the Premier League has shown an interest in him. But, I mean, let's be honest, Walton's playing poorly today. Robson's on 6.7, he's playing pretty decent. Jordan Davis, 6.5. NAR's on a 6.5. There's a lot of players I'm going to have to make hard decisions on as to whether we keep them next year. NAR's one of them. We got Max Robson, decent youth prospect, but he's not to championship level. And this is the problem we got. A lot of these players are very good players for League One, but they're just not championship level players, which is what I think we're going to have to go out for in the summer to try and sign those championship level players. If I can get the likes of Baptiste back on loan, I'd be very happy with him, because he is a very good player. I think he is at championship level. Callum Barlow, if he can get the Premier League interest out of his head, if I can keep him, I'll be very happy. But to be honest, I mean, without looking at the team report, set of defenders is going to be one. Mark Jewell's injured, so hopefully he's not out for too long. What's wrong with Mark Jewell? Thigh injury. It's a good job it's the end of the season. Ainley can come on for you. I mean, NAR's on a 6.2. Maybe we don't sign NAR. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. So, set of defenders, goalkeeper, wingers maybe, because Callum Ainley... Is Callum Ainley a championship winger? I don't think so. Is Elliot List a championship winger? Again, I don't think he is. So this is why we're going to have to really look at our side honestly and make some very tough decisions when it comes to transfers, because we've got to try and build a team that's going to keep us in the championship, because the squad as it is now is a very good squad. I'm quite happy with the starting 11, but it's not a team I think that's going to stay in the championship next season. But our fringe players get a 1-1 draw. Not the end of the world. I'll say to them, I'll say I'm happy with the performance. I won't slag them off at the end of the season. So we do finish top of the league. How did Hull get on? They lost it last game. Hull absolutely collapsed at the end of the season there. But Gio's only out for one day. But there we go. We do finish top of League One. We win the Sky Bet League One. And next time we're going to do a transfer special. We'll do the end of season awards next time as well, which will give us a really good in-squad depth of what players we've got and where we really need to sign players, because that'll give us a good idea as who's going to stay, who's going to go. So we got £14 million to spend next time, 200 grand wage budget. I mean, if I look at the finances, 14 mil, 193 grand a week. We have a lot of money to spend, so it's going to be very interesting to look at the squad. But congratulations to the squad, we've won the League One title. Next time, end of season awards, transfer special, where we have 15 million to spend and 200 grand wage budget. But leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2021 content. We will be uploading Deadpool Diaries every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT. And tune in next time for a transfer special as we prepare for a squad that's going to stay up in Tier 2, the Championship. Thank you very much for watching.